meteorologist Stephen Jones.
Well, it's 6:10 p.m. and taking a live look outside of downtown San Angelo, you can see a little bit of cloud cover trying to move into some of our western counties. As far as the north and east, not too bad, especially off towards the east, but those storms trying to move their way in from the west. Nothing in the Concho Valley as of right now. Temperatures just brutal outside. Definitely better to stay in the air conditioning. Maybe hit the pool. 101 here in town, 102 in Robert Lee. They were at 103 not too long ago. 90s along the I-10 corridor, 99 for Ozona, 96 going to be that cool spot over in Junction, unless you're including Coleman at 94. So about 8 degrees of spread across the Concho Valley from east to west right now. Dew points also on the rise thanks to that sustained southerly flow that we've been seeing these past few days. Into the 60s for most of us, 59 in there in Eden, 58 here in town, 60 for Robert Lee. So the moisture's there to work with, but we do have a little bit of a lid on the atmosphere. Relative humidity indices only in the 20s and 30s. Shouldn't see those storms too bad going into the overnight hours. And when we're looking at the upper level pattern, it's really being fueled by this upper level ridge, our temperatures at least right now, but there is some relief on the way. This trough that's working in, gonna send some Pacific moisture our way, and it's gonna continue throughout this week, really looking Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, still seeing that energy working over the Lone Star State, even this trough working into the east coast. So going into next weekend, still dealing with some of that 20 to 30% rain chances. So I know we've been missing out here in San Angelo, but we do have a chance going throughout the week. At least one of the days surely going to be seeing some rains, and over the next 7 days, here's a good look at it. Starts to pick up a little bit, especially going into tomorrow night. Some of that widely scattered activity into Memorial Day starts to peak a little bit Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday with more of that upper level energy, but still as we head into next weekend, dealing with about that 20 to 30% scattered activity going to be around the area. So a good chance for some rain making its way into the Concho Valley, and also potentially some severe weather. Today's severe weather outlook really targeting Oklahoma with that level 3 out of 5 risk into the Lone Star State. Level 2 out of 5 coming into Sterling and Coke counties, just the far northern portions of it. Into our western counties, that level 1 out of 5 risk, and we could try to see 1 or 2 strong to severe storms pushing maybe as far as San Angelo, but I'm not too confident that they're going to make it this way. Should be losing steam as it makes its way in. We'll see that on the Futurecast in just a moment. For tomorrow, pretty similar story. That level 2 out of 5 just skirting the north parts of the Concho Valley. Level 1 out of 5 for the rest of us, and into our Memorial Day, that's where we start to get a little bit better of a chance with that level 2 out of 5 risk. Main threat's going to be the high winds and hail with all of these storms, but of course on the lookout for just in case any of those quick spin-up tornadoes try to take place into the area. For right now, the radar showing you the storm's starting to fire off into the Big Bend, just west of the Concho Valley right now. Nothing too much into East Texas, but you can see those storms trying to gain some strength. One down towards the Big Bend is severe thunderstorm warned, so likely seeing some high winds and hail with that one, not tornado warned at least. And even maybe some Virga trying to make its way into Crockett County there in that cloud cover, making its way far into our western and southern counties right now. As we go into the Futurecast, looks like it wants to have a little bit more activity on the screen than what we're currently seeing, but like I said, as it gets close, still looks pretty promising, but watch how it just dissipates as it makes its way into the Concho Valley. And that's really the moral of the story that we're seeing over the next couple of days, finally going into tomorrow night. Some storms off towards the north could try to make their way in, especially as we go into the overnight hours, but a pretty similar story, not looking as strong in the Concho Valley. Hopefully just a good dose of that rain making its way into the area. As we go into Memorial Day, that's where we start to get a little bit more rain into the area. Maybe some more of these discrete cells trying to set up and holding on to some strength as they make their way in throughout the entire Concho Valley. So going to see exactly how much rain we pick up on. Not all of us going to see it, but going to be some big winners likely in there. Into tonight, 74 degrees under those partly cloudy skies, and pretty warm and breezy out of the south, 15 to 25 miles an hour. Holding on to those breezy conditions tomorrow, pushing up towards 97, so not quite as bad as today, but still definitely want to stay hydrated if you're going to be out and about, going maybe to the pool tomorrow. And as we work through the 7-day forecast, still pretty warm through Memorial Day with those 90s. Start to see the 80s taking place as we go into the week ahead. And like I said, sustained rain chances, so surely we're going to see some here in San Angelo throughout this next 7 days, but those temperatures on the rebound as we head into next Friday by that 90-degree mark. That's going to be all for your 7-day forecast, but stick around for more KSAN News right after.